The public basically has been totally lied to. Right now, there are 131 active deep underground military bases in the United States, well hidden from the American public.
Deep beneath the surface of our everyday world, terrifying secrets are being held. On a July afternoon in 1987, a 21-year-old woman named Krista Tilton was going about her day when she suddenly felt dizzy and lightheaded. She sat down, figuring she just needed a moment to collect herself, but the next thing she knew, she was waking up and it was dark outside. She looked at a clock and was horrified to see that 3 full hours had passed, and she had no memory of what happened in that time. Initially, Krista tried to rationalize the experience. She told herself she must have been exhausted and, simply just fainted, sleeping through the afternoon. But in the days that followed, she began having these horrific nightmares. In them, she would see strange, distorted figures and feel this overwhelming sense of dread come over her, but when she'd wake up, the specific details of the dreams would simply vanish, leaving only terror behind. She became convinced that these nightmares were not just bad dreams, but they were echoes of whatever had happened during her 3 hours of lost time. Now, this conviction sent her on a desperate search for answers, and that's when she began researching cases of missing time and memory loss. And the more she read, the more she found stories that sounded disturbingly similar to her own. These are stories that often ended with one terrifying explanation: alien abduction. Unsure of what else to do, and on the advice of a local ufologist that she had contacted, she decided to undergo regressive hypnosis, hoping to unlock the memories that were tormenting her from just beyond her consciousness. And as she lay in a reclined chair in a quiet room, the hypnotist's voice guided her back to that July afternoon. And as she went deeper and deeper into a trance, the wall in her mind that had been blocking her memory suddenly crumbled, and a flood of incredibly vivid and detailed images washed over her. And the first thing she remembered was that she hadn't just fainted. Right before she lost consciousness, 2 small humanoid creatures had approached her, grabbed her by the arms, and everything had gone dark. Her next memory was of being on a cold metal table inside what she knew was a ship. Another humanoid, taller than the others, approached her, and she would later come to call this being her guide. He handed her a glass filled with this strange liquid and told her to drink. Now, as soon as she did, an incredible energy surged through her body. She felt alert, cheerful, and unafraid. And after she finished the drink, the guide led her off the ship, not back to where she had been taken, but to a dark, kind of deserted landscape under a night sky. In the distance, she could see a faint light emanating from a small hill, coming from what looked like the entrance to a cave. And so as they walked toward it, she saw a man standing near the entrance.